Happy New Year, everyone. We hope you all had an enjoyable holiday break and look forward to all that 2018 has to offer.
With that, welcome back to the KHS Weekly Show.
Alongside Sean's Freedom, I'm Chantel, and thanks for joining us, Sean.
This week, we welcome the month of January and a start to a new year.
This week's show is for the week of Tuesday, January 2nd through Friday, January 5th.
We have a jam-packed show, highlighted by several video segments, so stay tuned for those later in the show. As
we get started, here's a reminder to all drivers.
As the weather turns colder and we start to experience inclement weather,
be mindful of wet roads that may cause slick conditions and drive carefully while on the roads.
As we turn our attention to announcements, please listen carefully as dates and meetings are subject to change.
And be sure to check in with your activity and club advisors for any updated information.
Or stay updated by checking the Kinnelon High School social media platforms and district websites for any schedule updates or cancellations.
The next few announcements are related to school news and informational announcements about things happening at KHS.
Big shout out and congratulations to KHS Student of the Week, Brianna Whitting.
Awesome job, Brianna.
Before the winter holiday break, the Give Back Club held a large fundraiser with Shelter Our Soldiers organization.
To find out more, producer Nikolai Dividend and Riley Nelson caught up with the club.
With more, here's the video report.
The Give Back Club is a service-oriented club that we started here at Kinnelon High School just to help people in the surrounding area. So we do a whole bunch of different activities. Our biggest one is Shelter Our Soldiers. Dan Aiken's father and mother started it, and Kristen, his sister, got us involved in it a couple years ago. What it is we put together care packages for homeless veterans. So this year we're trying to put together 150 care packages, which is 50 more than the last couple years.
Shelter Our Soldiers was founded by my family about 8 years ago. We started bringing it to school about 4 years ago. We started by bringing presents, about 50 of them, down to a homeless veteran-like community that takes homeless veterans off the street, and we give them bare essentials. I think it's just great to be involved in it. You could provide such simple things, and it brings such a joy to their lives.
We were talking about different things we wanted to get involved in and thought it would be nice to do something to help other people. So we went down and asked Mr. Shivas if we could start a club, and he said yes. The Aikens got involved a week later, and then it's been doing well since.
I was inspired to join the Give Back Club after I saw my sister went through it with Shelter Our Soldiers. It kind of had an influence on me by seeing the faces of the soldiers that came back from war and the homelessness they actually experienced, and the stories they told me really showed me that Give Back Club was doing a lot of help in the community, and that just inspired me to become a better person and help out.
The meetings are typically the first Wednesday of the month and then as needed. Olivia Fusa really stepped up to the plate. She was a sophomore, was involved in everything, so we asked her to kind of be in charge of everything. This year we wanted to make the donation drive bigger and better than ever, so we're trying to put gift cards in, which we're able to do because of the generosity of the town, and then also that Tape Your Teacher to the Wall fundraiser. So I would like to keep making that bigger. Mr. Aiken has mentioned going to different veterans' homes to donate to multiple ones, so that is something I would like to do. And then maybe getting more organized for Relay for Life this year. We were a little disorganized last year.
Thanks to all involved that have contributed to the video report.
And again, shout out to the members of the GBC and the Aiken family for assisting for a tremendous charitable cause during the holiday season.
Up next is another congratulatory announcement.
Congratulations to juniors Peter Dallin and Aaron O'Mara on their recent nomination to the Governor's School of New Jersey program.
The Governor's School of New Jersey program is a summer residential campus program for high-achieving high school students who have an interest in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subjects.
Peter is a select nominee through G University, and Aaron is a select nominee through Rutgers University. Excellent job to both of you.
Moving along.
As a part of the course, study within the KHS health classes, senior students enrolled in health to complete an infant project that provides students with a comprehensive hands-on experience about parenthood.
With more, producers Emily Thompson and Rachel Rotolo caught up with teachers Mr. DeColo and Ms. Manko, and they discussed more about the project.
Here's their video report.
Hi, I'm Rachel Rotolo, and recently Emily Thompson and I caught up with Mrs. Manko, Mr. DeColo, and a few KHS seniors to talk about the Senior Baby Project.
We tried to bring together so that the kids get a little bit more of an understanding of the demands that a baby brings on a parent's social life, time, and energy. And we hope that in the end, after having it for a weekend, we hope they have a little bit more respect for their parents and everything that they do for them, and realize that the amount of time and the cost of having children is a lot.
The baby project is essentially a marking period long project, so they'll be doing different research aspects throughout the marking period. The actual part with the baby is 1 week for the marking period for each class. Students prepare before getting the baby by listening to what we do in class, following directions.
They have a lot of research to do. They have on all different parts of or aspects of before having a baby, while pregnant, and afterwards. And then we try to have them find people they know that they can borrow clothes from, if they need to, an infant car seat, and hats and blankets, and just overall preparation, and more of, again, trying to see how difficult babies can be.
They get the baby during class that week. Every time they come to health, they put the baby in demo mode, which allows them to put the keys in the back and get a lot of practice in a short amount of time.
Babies cry, they coo, they burp, and they need diaper changes. And all of them, once they cry, you use keys to attend to them in that situation. And it can go into tamper and abuse, depending what you do to your mannequin, whether you drop it, whether you don't hear the cry or the coos for a certain amount of time, it can go into abuse or tamper.
After the students are done with the mannequin, they have a full research part of the project that ends up turning into a final scrapbook that looks like a pretty cool little family scrapbook for the baby. It's always funny to see their faces when they return the babies on Monday, and you see how much work they realize it was, and they're exhausted and drained. So that's always a funny thing for me, not so much for them though.
The most challenging task I had with my baby was waking up in the middle of the night.
Probably the most challenging thing would be waking up during the night to get the baby to stop crying.
The most important thing I learned from this project was the importance of having a child.
That taking care of a baby is a lot harder than it looks. It's not an easy task to do.
The advice I'd give was, I honestly thought it was going to be easy, but it wasn't, and you need to take it seriously.
Probably pick your partner, pick the right partner. You don't want somebody who's just going to mess around and ruin the project.
About how to give and take, but since I came here.
Thanks to all involved that contributed to the video segment.
Up next are a few school activity and club announcements. Please listen carefully.
Attention all juniors and seniors.
The Science National Honor Society is looking for members.
If you are interested in applying for the National Science Honor Society, please see Ms. Vilchuk in room 309 or 312.
There is Colt Chronicle meeting Wednesday after school. Any questions, please see Mrs. Vandersluis.
The following are several sports-related announcements. Please listen carefully.
Congratulations to all the athletes, coaches, and teams that competed over the winter break. Nice job earning all your wins.
Also, shout out to the newly formed KHS fencing team members and coaches. Nice job.
So we are in the winter season, but not all KHS students participate on school teams.
Junior Emily Ackerman dedicates many hours as a member of select competitive figure skating team.
Recently, producers Paige Senicola and Julian Lockwood caught up with Emily.
With more, here's your student spotlight.
Hi, I'm Jillian Lockwood, reporting for Kinnelon High School, along with my co-producer, Paige Senicola. We catch up with KHS junior and competitive figure skater, Emily Ackerman. For more, here is our student spotlight highlighting Emily Ackerman.
I compete in synchronized skating, which is a sport where 16 girls skate on the ice at the same time and compete. I started skating when I was about 7, and then I started competing when I was in the 3rd grade.
We also caught up with Mrs. Nancy Ackerman about her daughter.
I realized Emily was at competition level around the 3rd grade.
I started skating because my dad played hockey, so he wanted me to get into a sport on the ice. My greatest weakness in skating is that I get really anxious and nervous before I compete, but I overcome this by having my friends talk to me and encourage me before I skate.
So Emily's schedule affects me a lot because it is a very demanding schedule.
For competitions, I travel all the way up and down the East Coast. In this January, I'm going to Florida for a competition, but usually I go to Massachusetts. Ashley Wagner inspired me to start skating because I watched her on TV and I thought she was amazing and I wanted to be just like her.
Thanks to all involved that helped contribute the video.
Attention student athletes, please listen to the end of the day announcements for any athletic practice schedule adjustments.
Be sure to follow the KHS YouTube channel and live stream accounts, KHS website, and social media platforms.
On Twitter, follow the KHS Principal, KHS_Sports Twitter, and Guidance Twitter accounts for updates and more.
Today's show was produced by the Advanced 1 class.
Our director today was Ty Johnson.
Our technical directors were Laney Lewis and Sarah Gomez.
Our video producers were Evan Lane and Elisa Leone.
Our audio operators were Stephen Kuszkowski and Nina Columbia.
Our script supervisor was John Miskowitz.
That's it for today. Have a fantastic week. Work hard, be kind, peace, everyone.